Okay, today we're going to start covering trigonometry. But before we begin into exercises, we need to go over some key definitions. The first one is of point, which is an exact location in space with an infinite shape and size. As you can see here, I am representing it with a blue dot and the capital letter A. Then we have a line, which is a one-dimensional object extending without end in two directions. As you can observe here in my example, I have a line. It does not contain any wiggles, meaning bends along the line, and is represented by a line across points. So you can see that I am crossing various points with that line. Then we have the segment, which is a part of a line consisting of two endpoints. In this case, my endpoints are A and C. Okay, and then it is represented by a line that joins 2 points and any points in between them. In this case, is joining A and B and B and C. Okay, then we have the definition of ray. And a ray is a part of a line consisting of an endpoint and all points on the line that extends in one direction. Okay, so in this case, my endpoint is A. That's my endpoint, and it is joining B and C, and it's moving in one direction. Then we have opposite rays. Opposite rays are collinear rays with the same endpoint. It is represented by an endpoint and two rays starting away from the endpoint in opposite directions. So in this case, as you can see, B is my endpoint, and I drew two lines, one red and one black, so that we could identify the rays moving away from B. Okay, then we have the definition of a plane. A plane is a flat, two-dimensional surface that extends infinitely far. It extends without end in four directions. As you can see here, I drew basically two planes. One is a vertical plane, another one is horizontal. You can see that I drew arrows extending outwards in all directions. The same thing here. So both of them are planes in different direction. Then we have the definition of parallel lines. Parallel lines are lines in the same plane that never intersect. And when you represent it in mathematics, you're represented by these two lines right here. So for example, line AB is parallel to line CD. As you can see, the lines are going in the same direction, but they will never ever intersect. Then we have the definition of intersecting lines. That means that those are lines that cross at a point. So in this case, I have one line AB and another line CD. As you can see, they are crossing at this location. The next definitions are skew lines, which are lines that are in different planes and never intersect. Okay, so now we have skew lines, which are lines that are different in different planes and never intersect. Then we have perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines are lines that intersect to form right angles. What does that mean, that they form right angles? That they form 90-degree angles, basically. Then we have collinear. Collinear would be any points that lie on the same line. So you can see that A, B, C, and D are collinear. And then coplanar means there are points that lie on the same plane. They do not need to be on the same line, but they will be on the same plane. Okay, and with that, we've completed this first video.